€30 million. That is what Borussia Dortmund paid this summer for an 18-year-old who did not score a single league goal all season. He made 10 assists instead. Belgium finds these players early, and it sells them early. Here is the case for watching this league. Not the title, the players. 3 of the 10 highest-scoring under-21s in this division have already been sold this summer. Keisuke Goto to Freiburg, Nacho Ferry to Feyenoord, Joseph Opoku to Swansea. And the biggest fee of the lot went for a teenager who did not score once all season. €30 million. 18 clubs start again this week. The interesting question is not who wins it. It is who Belgium sells next. Club Brugge won it on 88 points. Union Saint-Gilloise finished on 86, but read the games column before the points column. Some clubs played 40 matches last season and some played 36. Belgium still split into playoff groups at the end, so the totals are not comparable. Every comparison here is per game for that reason. On that measure, Club Brugge took 2.2 points a game and Union 2.15. Per game, Club Brugge scored 2.27. Nobody else got close. Union Saint-Gilloise, 2 points behind them in the end, scored 1.65. Sint-Truiden finished third on 1.52. Below that, the division flattens out completely. Anderlecht, Zulte Waregem and Cercle Brugge are separated by hundredths of a goal a game. The league as a whole produced 2.67 goals a game, which is a high number, and almost none of it came from the middle of the table. The other end is where it gets awkward for the champions. Union Saint-Gilloise conceded 27 goals in 40 games, 0.68 a game. The next best defence in the division belonged to Club Brugge, and they conceded 1.13 a game, nearly double. Union had far and away the best defence in Belgium and lost the title by 2 points anyway. Expected goals measure the quality of the chances a player got. Compare that to what they actually scored. Nicolo Tresoldi scored 19 from 15.07 expected. Christos Tsolis scored 17 from 17.39, which is exactly par. Wilfried Kanga scored 12 from 14.34, and Steve Ngora at Cercle Brugge generated 9.76 and scored 7. Creation is where the teenager appears. Tsolis made 23 assists, the most in the league by a distance. Second was Konstantinos Karetsas at Genk with 10. He was 18 years old and he did not score once. Behind him, Carlos Forbes on 8 and Mamadou Diakon on 7, both at Club Brugge. Now, the summer. 92 players arrived across the division and 115 left. That is every club checked against its own feed, not the big ones sampled and the rest assumed. La Louvière, who finished 15th, signed 12, more than anybody. Westerlo, who finished 7th, signed 9 and lost 12. Charleroi lost 13, the most in the league. And Genk, who finished 4th, signed 2. Genk's summer is one sentence. They sold Karetsas to Borussia Dortmund for €30 million and spent €15.5 million on 2 players. Rafiu Durosinmi, a striker, from Pisa for 10.5. Jeppe Ehrenbjerg, an attacking midfielder, from Zulte Waregem for €5 million. Out of the club that finished 11th. They replaced 10 assists with a striker and a number 10, and kept the difference. Whether that works is the most interesting question in Belgium this season. Anderlecht sold 2 players into the Bundesliga. Nathan de Cat to Hoffenheim for 17 million. Keisuke Goto to Freiburg for 10. Goto spent last season on loan at Sint-Truiden, where he scored 11 in 2,885 minutes. Anderlecht signed 4 and let Thorgan Hazard go for nothing. The champions traded harder than anyone. Christos Tsolis to Arsenal for €40 million. Alexander Stankovic to Inter for €23 million. Rafael Onyedika to Eintracht Frankfurt for €9 million. Then, they spent €29 million of it, the most in the division, across 5 signings. Freddie Potts from West Ham, Han-Byom Lee from Midtjylland, Cheve Otsawa from Zurich, Andrei Vasovic from Luzern, and Jan Sommer on a free. Club Brugge lost 17 goals and 23 assists in a single transfer. La Louvière are the opposite kind of club. They finished 15th of 16 and signed 12 players, 3 of them on loan. Mustafa Issa from Kristiansund for €1.8 million. Ismaila Koulibaly from Lask for €750,000. Patrick Nkoa on a free, and they kept the 2 who carried them. Pape Moussa Fall scored 11. Jerry Afriyi played 2,498 minutes, more than Karetsas played at Genk, for a club that finished 11 places below them. And the most valuable player in this division is at a club that has just come up. Manchester City sent Sverre Halseth Nupan on loan to Lommel, who were not in this league last season. The market puts him at €22.7 million, more than double any other arrival in Belgium this summer, and more than double the champion's most expensive signing. City sent Joel Ndala to Cercle Bruges as well for €900,000. Here is all 18, because a preview that covers 5 clubs is not a preview. Only 5 clubs in Belgium finished this window with more players in than out, and 3 of them are La Louvière, Union Saint-Gilloise, and Kortrijk, who came up from the division below and signed 6. Zulte Waregem lost 10 and signed 2. Gent broke even, 5 in and 5 out, and 1 row is blank. Beveren came up as champions of the division below and have no move recorded inside the window we count, the 1st of June to the 15th of September. Their feed is empty, not missing. We checked it, and there is nothing in it. This is the shape Dortmund bought for €30 million. 95th percentile for assists in this league, 93rd for key passes, 92nd for dribbles, and the same for expected assists. And 0 for goals, because he took his shots from bad places and did not score once. 10 assists, 2,247 minutes, 18 years old. That is a profile you buy and finish yourself, and it is exactly what Belgium produces. Anderlecht sold 2 players to the Bundesliga and kept this one. Mihailo Kvetkovic is 19. He scored 9 goals in 1,631 minutes, which is not close to a full season. 85th percentile in this league for assists, 84th for goals, 79th for shots on target. A 19-year-old already finishing at that rate, in a squad that has just lost its 2 most saleable forwards, is going to play a lot more than 1,600 minutes this season. And the best young player still in Belgium is the one who won it. Niccolò Tresoldi, age 21. 19 goals from 15.07 expected. 98th percentile in the division for goals, 95th for expected goals, 93rd for shots. Club Brugge sold a €40 million player this summer. They sold a €23 million player as well. They did not sell him. That single decision is the whole market in one line. Those are 3. Here are the rest, spread across 6 clubs, and the number beside each is minutes played last season. Minutes are what a young player has to win before anything else happens to him. Aaron Bibout at Genk played 1,165 and produced 7.49 expected goals from them, in a squad that has just sold its best creator. Abdul Karim Traoré at Leuven played 972. Carlos Forbes played 2,817 and made 8 assists. Watch the ones near the bottom of that list. Small minutes and good output is what a breakout looks like the year before it happens. 3 clubs are new to the division: Beveren, Kortrijk and Lommel. Dender have gone the other way after conceding 65 goals in 38 games. And the format has changed. 18 clubs now, playing each other home and away, with no playoff round at the end for the first time in 17 seasons. The bottom 2 go down. So what has to happen for the title to move? Union Saint-Gilloise finished 2 points short with the better defence and lost nobody to a big fee. Club Brugge lost 17 goals and 23 assists in one player and replaced him with a defensive midfielder. If Tresoldi covers half of what Zolis produced, the champions are fine. If he does not, 2 points is nothing at all. What would change my mind? The transfer window does not shut until 15 September, so some of this is provisional, and a name here could leave before you watch it. Belgium's data is good for shots and weak for progression, so a deep midfielder is undersold by everything I have shown you. And 9 goals in 16:31 minutes is a small sample. It is a reason to watch a player, not a promise about him. Every number here is on tifolab.com, free, including the percentile radars for all 18 squads and every club's window. If you think I have picked the wrong player, tell me which one and what the data says. That is a better conversation than agreeing with me.